8:13 p.m. Um, as you can tell, it is Saturday, and I am sitting outside talking. This is a little new thing that I'm going to start called Late Night Convos, where I talk about different things, whether it's about a new show that I like or about a topic that somebody wants me to talk about and express my opinion on, or whether I just have a nice conversation that I have a nice idea of a conversation that I would have. I don't know, just a topic that I have, I guess. Um, so yeah. Well, for starters, let's introduce myself. My name's Michaela. Um, I am 17 years old. I live with my mom and my brother. Um, this is not to ask anyone for help. This part of the video is not to ask anyone for help, but this is just me telling you that's what is kind of going on in my life. I am currently unhoused, and that is not a term that people usually use. It's homeless, but my mom has taught us that being homeless is not having a home inside your heart, not having a home inside of knowing who you are. And we have that. We have got to the point where we know who we are and we are healing or have healed through the things that we have been through. And trust me, we have been through a lot. Nonetheless, we are still unhoused and we've kind of been bouncing around between hotel. We have stayed at a few people's house and this kind of been going on for a while. And we don't really want to be in this situation. We would rather just be in our own place and be able to sell cookies and all these sweet treats and stuff that my mom wants to do because that is her goal to just be able to sell um, things that she loves that she went to school for and have a big grade. I want to be an actress, but I'm not going to talk about being an actress right now. Like be a little bit later in the video. Um, but we kind of, like I said, we've been in this situation for a while, and there's no resources where we live. We've done everything. We've even moved up, upper state, kind of like in the middle or lower part of this, lower middle part of the state that we are living in currently, and there's just not really much. We are trying different things, um, anything possibility that come our way. But the main thing that has kind of helped us has been us. Um, Not only that, but also making cookies. But currently, my mom doesn't have the things that she needs to be able to make cookies, and we're kind of coming up with a plan to be able to sell cookies to as a team and not have one person burn out than the other. Um, take that part out. I am doing great. I there have been some moments in my life that have been pretty rough, and I didn't, know what to do, or just was really, really tired of all of this because it gets tiring, especially if you don't have people to be physically with you, um, or a lot of support. I have had a lot of family, but sometimes in life you gotta cut those people off, and that's what we did. We kind of just cut everybody off, um, and it gave us time to heal. I didn't realize I say a lot, but I didn't really know that I had so much pain and like not trauma, but unhealed things that I've been through that I didn't realize that I had. So I did get a chance to sit down, and over these past few years, I've been able to, at least this year, past year alone, I've been able to heal from all the stuff, whether it's from having an abusive father or, being around people who actually didn't like me, come find out later, or even boy trauma, boy trouble, not trauma, boy trouble, where, I am trying to force somebody to like me who obviously doesn't. And being black, especially, and being in the neighborhoods which are primarily white, it can be pretty hard because, you end up liking somebody who you aren't usually to like, somebody you aren't usually around to like. 'Cause I'm from the city of Philadelphia, and there's primarily, where I lived at least, there was primarily black people, and I usually, grew up liking, having crushes or whatever on on black people rather. Um, and so moving from the city to a more countryside where there are primarily white people is different, and you know people can be like me, and I'm not sheltered or anything. I have gotten bullied, but it's a different type of picking on when you are in a situation where you are the only black kid and you are the only black girl, really. There's not many people who can relate because they can relate to a degree because they're you know half black rather, but they haven't been through or grown up around a bunch of black people to understand where I would be coming from because they grew up in that town that they you know obviously that I lived in. But nonetheless, I have gotten through that, and I've gotten healed and realized that like I don't actually need a boyfriend. While I want one, because who doesn't want to experience love? Um, I don't need one. It's not something that I absolutely need, or it's not a priority in my life necessarily. A priority in my life would be getting a place and having a permanent roof over my head rather than to like have to do other stuff. But yeah, um, I there's so many things, like I said, so many things that I personally want to do. I do have hobbies. I like to read. I do write here and there. Recently, been less writing, more just kind of scrolling, getting ideas, I guess. But I sometimes writing can get hard. If you aren't a writer, then I don't know if you would understand. But if you are, then you do understand that the blockages from writing can get really hard. Like I have had so many times where I just didn't know what to write or what to do. Like this one big project that I've been working on for a while. It just it's been such a long experience because I it was more of the age gap, I guess. So and people didn't understand the age gap, but they're okay with like TV shows. This is all fantasy at the end of the day. It's fiction. It's not real. And sure, there may be somebody who's dealing with a real experience, but I can't. I'm not them, and I'm not in their mind. I'm creating a whole world based on whatever it's based on. Um, but I'm not gonna talk too much about my book on this episode. This is really just like a all around thoughts and get to know me kind of thing. Excuse me. This will be uncut. If you got this part far to the video, this is kind of uncut. It's like I want the first episode to kind of be like real and you kind of see me like um figure out what I want to say. There are a lot of people over there and they are loud. So yeah, and my phone is propped up on my stand. So I do kind of need to take a drink. So I don't know if they're having like a DJ over there, but it just sounds like it. I just paused it. I had to pause it. I had to cough. But I don't think it messes up with the laptop of the video, so I don't think it really matters. Anyway, so yeah, and I don't know if I said this, but excuse me, I don't know if I said this, but I got this idea of talking on the phone with my best friend where I was just ranting about a lot of things, mainly about how there aren't a lot of people nowadays to actually relate to because everybody's gonna be an influencer and stuff, but like in a YouTuber, but once everybody wants to be one who is there to, entertain or show your creativity and stuff too. nobody. There's absolutely nobody to talk to at that point when everybody wants to do the things that everyone else is doing. And I also saw a video today that said who are people to influence, if not, or who are people to relate to, if not to your just yourself. Nobody. There's nobody to really relate to because everybody's going on these blind trips and stuff. Oh, okay. There's my puppy. Uh, anyways, like I said, there's not many people to actually relate to nowadays because everybody is doing the same thing pretty much, and there's not like real rawness, I guess. But then again, if you give too much real rawness, then people are going to judge you, and I don't get that because you say that you want realness, but if you give that realness, then you're just gonna get judged for it, which is totally not cool at the end of the day. But the person in the video was talking about Quinn. Quinn and Larry are one of my favorite YouTubers because they have been through the things. They have had to deal with a lot of things, and they're easier to relate to. Larry has been through like the hood side or the south side of California, and I'm from like the hood side or whatever of Philadelphia. I understand, and where those type of environments can leave you drained, stressed, depressed, all of that stuff. But getting out of that and finding light, love, and people who actually genuinely want to be around you, like that is the best thing to have, is people who want to be around you, and seeing that they have accomplished that and have good genuine friends is like an inspiration to me, because the people that I have around me now, they maybe only feel three really, like, and they all kind of live far from me, excuse me, but still they're genuine and they're there to talk to if I really need to talk to somebody. Everybody needs, everybody wants to have that friendship, everybody wants to have that genuineness, but there's so many people out here in the world that aren't genuine and not accepting you for you, because that's all that some at the end of the day, most people, and I'm not saying that all people, a lot of people want to feel that genuine connection with a friend, that genuine connection that people deserve to have, like you see in the movies, like that dream teenage or even dream adult friendships that you don't get besides a TV show or a book. And I think that a lot of people who want that are low-key scared to want that, you know? They're not being who they are, who they truly, yeah, truly are, because they're scared for what people might think. I saw a audio, not saw audio, but I heard audio that was like, the true way to have confidence is not to care. Just learn to block out all the noise, and I promise that things will be great. I don't have anybody to try to downgrade me, downsize me, or anything. I mean, sure, there's one video that I posted that a lot of people did hate on, but then there was more people that liked it and supported the video than hated on it. It was something fun that I did with my brother, and that's what we need to learn how to do, is to just have fun, because that is the only way that other people will relate to you. You can talk like this and have good conversations, but people need that rawness to stay kind of grounded, and stay grounded in yourself without having the internet. I know sometimes that's hard, especially as a teen when you feel like you don't have anybody. But sometimes, honestly, pick up a camera and talk about how you feel. Talk about the experiences that you're going through. And maybe there's somebody who can relate, who has been in similar situations, if not the same exact thing. Nobody's going to have the same exact thing. There may be a few minor details that are not the same in your life, but no one's going to have the exact same thing as you in their life. But at the end of the day, you'll be able to relate to some of these things, and that doesn't mean you trauma bond, because trauma bonding, no, but relating and be able to heal and grow out of these situations that you've been in, you know the relationships that you've been in, it's the best thing. Sometimes you need to cry it out, and that's okay, because as a teenager, all you have is emotions. Well, that's really all you have. I mean, you can have the friends, you can have the relationship, but at the end of the day, you're going to have the emotions. And you need to feel them. If you don't feel them, if you bottle them up, one tiny little spark will explode the whole thing. And then you'll be in a pile of fucking ashes. That's it. And as somebody who has had trouble expressing themselves, I can say that it can get tough sometimes and you will be in your mind a lot and you don't want that. And I know that there's so many people that don't want to be in their mind, but honestly find what works for you. If talking about it works for you, talk to a friend, talk to the mirror, talk to, I don't know, if just talking about it in general works for you, then you do that. If calling your friend and talking like that works for you, do it. Drawing works for you to express yourself, do it. If listening to music, expressing yourself that way, if that works for you, do it. Like Stray Kids say, do it. Do whatever you want to do because I guarantee it's the best. And don't take that to say do whatever you want to do, go rob a bank. That is not what's best for you. But if you feel in your heart that you know this is the right thing to do for yourself to heal, to get better, then do it. Because that will help you. That will improve your life. And even if you are depressed, take it slow bit by bit. You cannot cure yourself from depression like that. It really takes time. That's all you can say. And I'm not saying this from perspective because I haven't necessarily been depressed. I've had like so much like anxiety, sure, going in my head, overthinking a lot, yes, sure. But my mom, and I'm not going to talk about her experience, but I've seen her go from low to highs, and not like a up and down kind of thing. No, just like has been like 2 to 4 level low, but I've seen her bit by bit slowly get up to the top. And there may be days where sometimes she has gotten too much into her head and she is a little bit low, but she finds a way to get back up. And whether it's meditating, grounding herself, going outside, taking a walk or something, she does it. She does what she needs to do. Or writing, grounding yourself by writing, that works too. It's not for everybody. I can't tell you to go write and it's going to help. But sometimes writing it does help. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it does. And even if you have a diary, dear diary, this is what happened. Dear diary, this is what's going on. Write a letter to yourself, forgiving yourself for all the things that you've been through. Write a letter to people, forgiving them. And I'm not saying that, like, I think that the difference between forgiving them for, like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But I saw another video that said that you shouldn't forgive them, that God forgives them. And while, in a way, they will get what they get because karma, like whatever they spit out to you, they'll get back. But I think forgiving them in a sense that you heal is better than forgiving them like, oh yeah, I'm just going to forgive them because I want to get it over with. No, forgiving them in a sense of you are letting go. That's rather forgiving them to forgiving them to like move on and like get it over with. No, forgiving them to um heal is better than forgiving them to just move on, and that is what it should be, not like forgiving them for other sins. No, just forgive them enough to move on. Oh my gosh, forgive them enough to heal from the thing and be able to let it go, like release it from your body, and you feel better about this situation, feel better about yourself. And yeah, writing affirmations just work. Say it in the mirror. It may not work from the start, you may not believe it, but you say it. You look at yourself, especially in the mirror, you look at yourself, you say it until you believe it, because it works. Now, again, all these things are not for everybody. If it doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work for you. And that's okay. That is truly okay, because not a lot of things are going to work for you, but you find what works for you. And if writing down works for you, do it. If writing affirmations, putting it on your wall, putting it on your mirror, and saying it each day before you get up, do it. Some people need a schedule, and doing things around a schedule works. But yeah, I think that's enough for today. This video is about 20 minutes long, and it's uncut, so the first couple episodes of this little thing I'm starting, Late Night Convos, it will be uncut. So um just so you can see what is going on and all the bloopers and stuff. But I think progress, obviously I'll have things to be more edited and nicer, polished. My phone has been going in and out of focus. So if you notice that towards the end of this video, then that is like I can't do nothing. It is dark and the lights from the hotel are kind of on me, so it's like kind of going in and out. It just did it. But nonetheless, thank you guys so much for watching if you stayed to the end. And I would love to see this take off. And dropping down in the comments what topics you wanted me to talk about, because I will definitely talk about it. Like I said, I don't know if I said this actually. This video is more of a like an all around kind of what I am going through, and kind of things that just kind of move along in conversation, I guess. It kind of moves like it goes from, this video kind of went from me talking about what I kind of went through and moving along to what things can help you, I guess. If this video does feel all over the place, I'm sorry. I really do not feel like remaking this video to have a clear thing, but I hope that everything did kind of smoothly go transition. And this, like I said, this will be uncut because I don't have time to edit it. Well, I do have to. This will be uncut because it just will be uncut. I want to give you the rawness of what this will be about before I give you the more polishedness of what it will be about when I send it over to my friend to edit it. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, and good night.